Good morning, everyone. Today we will walk through how you can fine-tune a model in Amazon Bedrock. So why one should fine-tune a model? Fine-tuning a model can give you competitive advantage. For example, you can fine-tune a model for your domain need if your industry requires specific term or specific tone or specific kind of regulation, you can fine-tune a model. Fine-tuning a model can also give you better result if you see that on certain type of questions, your answers are not good, you can fine tune a model. The biggest advantage of fine tuning a model is you can keep your IP and data secure because once you fine tune a model, you can host that model into your cloud or into your on-prem environment, and then you don't have to send your data over wire. Fine tuning a model is also very cost efficient. If you do a lot of inference calls, once you fine tune a model, then you can make a lot of calls because a lot of call to your model because you're hosting the model, your cost is fixed. Fine-tuning a model can also improve the user experience. For example, if you need to give responses or if you need to generate content into certain manner, you can improve the user experience. And fine-tuning model also gives you ability to continuously improve. So as your new data come in, you can revise your fine tuning and you can improve the result. So there are many reasons you may want to fine tune. Today we'll focus on how you can fine tune. So if you need to fine tune a model in Amazon, use so we'll go to Amazon console. So and today we'll use Bedrock. There are many tools in Amazon where you can fine tune a model, but in Amazon Bedrock, which is part of SageMaker now, you click on custom model and you click on create. You will see I have already fine-tuned one model. It takes half an hour or to 1 hour to fine-tune this model. So you select this option of custom model with fine-tuning. Now you've decided that you are going to fine-tune. You select which is your base model. So Amazon has certain models like ITN in text model, Anthropic, you can pick, or you can pick Llama model. So today we'll pick Amazon Titan model. And the key thing is you pick your base model and then you specify what is your input data set and output, what is your input data set and validation data set. So you go, so I have already uploaded my data. So I'm going to this S3 bucket and here I can pick my training set and I can also pick my validation set. And you can also specify where do you want to write the output of the model. So first select the base model, specify the input data, validation data, and where you want to write output. Then you can like tune your parameters, hyperparameters, like number of epochs are 5 here. If you want to change it to 4, batch size, learning rate, warm-up steps, etc. You can change this, and then select a service account. So you can create a new service account or use existing service account. The key thing is service account need to have a read access on your uh, read access on your data and write access where you are writing the output. So I've already created a service account. Once you do that, simply create the job and it will start the fine-tuning job. And after some time, you will see the result. It might take half an hour to 1 hour to fine-tune this model. So I can show you to you how it looks like at the end. Once this job is finished, you will see that you will see a fine-tuned model, and then you can go there and um, you can check the model. And if you go to the bucket where the output data was stored, you can download this data. So this is my output data bucket, and this is the result of previous model. And you can check the validation matrices to see how results look like, and if you are happy, you can convert this into a endpoint. So fine-tuning steps are quite simple. Select the base model, give the input data, and train the parameters. Having said that, the most important thing in this step is which input data you should give. So if you are just doing a demo, or if you are just are going through a tutorial, yes, you can pick any data set. Let's say I picked a data set which was a Jolly data set. You can pick any data set and you can do the learning. But in real life, to get a competitive advantage, you need to have a data set on which, if you fine tune, you should get a model which is uniquely yours. So here are the steps for fine tuning: select base model, select input and validation set, and train and evaluate. You will get the result. But the key differentiator is what data you will input so that you have a unique IP, or your model has a unique tone and experience for your company. So the process is, you should first define what is your intent, why you want to fine tune, and what are your existing inventory of data set. Do you have existing data set? Even if you do not have a complete data set, do you have a data set in other domain? Once you have defined your complete inventory, you can determine whether you will be using existing data set, you will be transforming existing data set to a new format, you will be doing a synthetic data generation, or you'll be doing a mix of both. So with that process, you will define an approach. And this is what we do at DataKnobs. We help companies determine how to build a gold data set for fine tuning. So we determine the intent and we do the existing inventory of data set. And then we use a combination of approaches, which can be weak supervision, which can be synthetic data generation, which can be transformation, or advanced approaches like active learning and optimal transport. So we have built-in capability where we can take the existing sources and prepare data for fine tuning. Once we prepare the data for fine tuning, the unique capability we have, like how using our knobs, we can select a smaller data set. Because if you fine tune on a big data set, first of all, experimentation is very hard and it's time consuming and it's costly. Second is, like, governing fine tuning data set is also very hard. And third is, if you fine tune on a very large data set, it will be very hard for you to evaluate. So the unique capability we have, how one can build smaller data set on which LLM can be fine tuned. So those are the things we do at DataKnobs, and using which we prepare this gold data set on which we can fine tune the LLM. Once we have a gold data set, then the fine tuning process becomes simple. Just select the base model, input the train, give the data set, and then train, and then evaluate how the results are, and then change the hyperparameter or change the data set further. That's all I have for today. Thanks a lot.